Hey riders, it's Reggie. I am, as I said in loop number one video, I'm out here on my deck wearing my new 2023 Ramble jersey. So if you're watching this video, this is about loop two. If you skipped loop one video, you should probably watch that one too, or first, and then come back to this video. Because as always, the Ramble routes, if you're doing the 130 or the 200, the Ramble routes and loops build on each other. So they're not thought out as individuals. They're thought out as, a one loop ride, a two loop ride, or a three loop ride in total. Um, and they're planned out strategically to go together. So loop one, super important, my favorite loop of all time. Loop two, again, all new. So we're actually going to leave town in an all new way that we haven't left before. We're going to leave to the north. This one, as with previous loop twos, it has the least number of ambushes. It's got the most pavement. It's kind of intended to be a little bit of a reprieve for the three loop riders doing the 200K. And it's intended to be a racier loop for the riders doing the 130K event. So that's why it's planned like this, a little bit of a reprieve or a little bit racy. So the one thing I will say is that there are only two ambushes. However, when you leave town, and I don't think so much coming back into town, but certainly when you leave town, you're going to swear that some of these paved roads that you're leaving on are ambushes too. It's a pretty, I'm going to say, a pretty hilly start. It's paved, but it's pretty hilly. As I've always said, you got to get out of the Warkworth Valley to leave town. So no matter what you do, wherever you go, you got to climb a hill. And this one is a cracker to leave town, so you'll love it. So this one goes to the north, as old Loop 2 did as well, but we go a different direction. You kind of come in, leave town the way we used to come in to town a little bit. And then it goes up north almost to Campbellford, actually. So we're kind of waterlocked on that side, and if we cross over the Trent or into Campbellford, it just causes me a lot of route trouble. So it does stay within the boundaries of Hastings and the Trent and all that stuff. So we're on the west side of Campbellford the whole time, but that is the direction that we're headed. So as I said, there's a good paved section, but it's hilly. Like, you're going to be happy that it's paved, because if it was gravel, it would be pretty brutal, I think. But then it gets onto our flow section. So going backwards on a Loop 2 section of probably one of my favorite gravel sections within the Ramble stomping ground. It's beautiful. Even though we're going to take it backwards, it's a beautiful section of road. Then we head out to the east, and we're going to hit some all new roads that we've never used before. That's where the two ambushes are. They kind of come, they're not too close one after the other. You'll get some nice reprieve in between the two, but certainly they're really good ones. The first one is an uphill ambush into some woods. Not crazy long, but and it is rideable for sure, but you're going to need to stay on top of it. Use that light gear that I recommend all the time. Then the second ambush afterwards is more of a downhill ambush. Really nice. Again, totally rideable, but you just need to be careful, as with all ambushes. So great section. And then you'll hit some more gravel, and then eventually, as we get closer to Warkworth, you'll hit some more paved stuff in the finale. But the sections before that are gravel, super beautiful. You will be familiar with them because you've ridden some of them backwards before, but they look completely different. Like, I know them because I ride them all the time, but you won't know that you've ridden them before. So it's going to feel completely new. And this is such a nice loop for loop number 2. And then I'm going to say it's a pretty speedy finish into town because, as with all the loops, it's kind of downhill the whole way. So great finish to the loop. The stats on loop 2 are, it's 68 kilometers long. There's only the two ambushes, as I mentioned, and there's about 1,000 meters of climbing on it. So, and I'm going to say it might actually be 50-50 gravel pavement on this one. Now, when I say pavement, it's country pavement, so it's that cold pack stuff, so it's not super smooth or anything, but yeah, it seems like all the pavement's going up until you come to the finish. I don't know how that works, but you'll see. It's going to be an awesome loop for anybody doing the full 200. You're going to appreciate this loop, and those doing the 130, I think you'll appreciate this too, because it'll get you around, and you'll be happy to finish this way. Look forward to seeing Warkworth tackling loop number 2.